Patty pulls up to Doug's locker to ask him if he wants to have supper at her house. Sunday night. Doug can't believe it. He thinks it's gonna be a one-on-one date, but Patty quickly debunked that idea. She said, "I'm bringing everybody. Talk, Roger, Skeeter, everybody's coming to this dinner. And to top it all off, we're having your favorite meal, liver and onions." Now Doug is freaking out. He thinks you're gonna have liver and onions, and he hates liver and onions. He talks to Skeeter about this dilemma. Skeeter lets Doug know, "Fam, I've been eating liver and onions since I was a kid, man. I'm used to that. That's nothing new to me." Doug gets the idea to ask his mom to make liver and onions tonight so that he can actually get some kind of practice. They finally pull up at Doug's house for dinner, and Skeeter is going crazy. He is crushing all the chicken and biscuits. Doug is low-key depressed because he has to eat this liver and onions, specifically as his mom's for.
Doug is so repulsed by liver and onions, his mom had to ask, "Hey, isn't this what you wanted? Isn't this what you asked me to cook for you?"
My boy Doug is struggling with this. My boy Doug is lightheaded from this experience, and he asks to be excused from the table. Meanwhile, Skeeter continues to eat up all the chicken. Skeeter comes up with an idea, like, "Hey, maybe we can try to hypnotize you into liking liver and onions."
Repeat after me. You love liver and onions. I love liver and onions.
Doug is playing around while Skeeter is trying to be serious about this, trying to help Doug through this tough situation. Skeeter continues with the hypnosis, saying,
"Anytime you see liver and onions, you're gonna see a juicy honker dog with fries."
So they open up the tin with the liver and onions, and it still grosses Doug out. That did not work. Or maybe it did work. You know, my boy Dougie is gonna go to Mr. Ding's house to see if he has an alternative solution to his liver and onions problem. Of course, Mr. Ding has a solution. It's actually some type of tongue protection that prevents your tongue from tasting flavor. Let me demonstrate. I'm gonna throw these anchovies on my tongue, and I'm not gonna be able to taste a thing. Watch it. See? Works like a charm, Dougie. Dougie ain't too enthused about the taste of the remover cream or whatever this is. So he wants to go see what Judy has to say. And of course, you know, Judy's approach is going to be dramatic. If you want to eat liver and onions, you have to be liver and onions. You have to smell like liver and onions. You have to look like liver and onions. Judy starts to envision herself being sizzled in the frying pan. But she looks like she's having a seizure and wants Doug to emulate the same behavior. Like, this looks nuts, Judy. You look crazy right now. Judy gets frustrated with Doug's non-compliant behavior. Judy then proceeds to kick Doug out. If you can't get with the program, get out of my room, fam. And that's law. The family goes out to eat for dinner at their favorite cowboy restaurant. Pops orders for himself and his wife, and it's Doug's turn to figure out what he wants to eat. And Doug is taking this opportunity to order another round of liver and onions. The restaurant hears this order and is struck with awe. Server thinks Dougie is confused about this order. Like, do you know what
This is, bro? Do you know how we cook this, bro? Are you sure you want this? Mom is like, "Yo, are you gonna eat this, bro? I'm not wasting my money for you to sit there and look goofy. Especially in front of all these people that now have your attention."
Moment of truth arrives. The server places the liver and onions on Doug's table. Doug puts his napkin over his neck like he's about to really cause some damage. He opens the liver and onions. He grabs his knife and fork, starts cutting into pieces. Everybody's watching this man. Is he going to really eat this? Doug kind of struggles. He's a little shaky, but he ends up eating it. He remembers why he is doing this. He is doing this for Patty mayonnaise. That is just enough power for him to push through. Everybody in the restaurant celebrates Doug's triumphant victory, overcoming his disgust for liver and onion. Dougie really had the whole restaurant jumping. The day of the dinner, Doug walks with Skeeter and he is confident that he's going to be able to really eat the liver and onions without passing out or puking. Thinking if I did it once, then I can do it again. The real test is here. Will Doug be able to eat the liver and onions that Patty is serving? Doug is capping on how much he's ready to eat it. He is capping on how much he enjoys it. Patty debunked this idea that they're gonna have liver and onions and laughs at Doug like, fam,
you told me how much you hate liver and onions, so I was just teasing you, bro. We're not eating that nasty shit.
Dougie tries to play it off like he knew it was a joke. Like, he knew that we're gonna eat liver and onions. So what we're gonna eat? Honker dog and fries. But because of the prior hypnosis Skeeter had Doug under, he envisions everybody as a hot dog and still ends up passing out. Moral of the story, you end up doing some pretty dumb things for somebody that you like. Let me know in the comments, what was the craziest thing that you ever done for somebody that you liked?